Hey everyone, in this section we're going to talk about the Venn diagrams and we're going to use an example. These are a kind of straightforward thing and they help individual and to understand. Um, so you can use them in different courses. They're, not just math. You can use them in different situations. Um, so let's look at and of course, here the purpose in this chapter is also counting. And let's use this example. Of course, if you see something like this is the space where you have everything. You should present it, for example, here. And if you have, let's say, this circle here, and this circle A, and this circle B, that means this set A and this set B, they have something in common, which is this region, right? So these are not difficult to understand, just to keep attention to details. And we're going to use this example to explain. So let's see here this set U to be Nobel winners during the period of 1901 2015. And we have the A, which is this one, is the American Nobel winners during that same period. And C is the chemistry winners. And as you notice here, it says chemistry Nobel winners during the period. It does not say chemistry American, for example. And P here is this one here, this set is Nobel Peace Prize winners during this period. So as you see, U, A, C, and P, they are from the same period. Okay, so how many Americans received the Nobel Prize during the period 1901 2015? So how many Americans? And we know so now we're talking about this A, and received Nobel Prize during this period. Okay, so as you see inside this set A, there is a 249 and a 69 and a 1 and a 26, right? So for A, it's not specific to a specific discipline. It's how many, you see Americans here. So it's going to be the 249 plus the 69 plus the 26 plus 1, and that'll give you 345. How many Americans received Nobel Prizes in fields other than, right, other than chemistry and peace during this period? So we see chemistry and we see peace, these two. So other than is going to be this side, right? Because inside this circle here is chemistry and inside this one is peace. So other than these two disciplines is going to be that 249. How many Americans received the Nobel Peace Prize during this period? So now we're looking at the Peace Prize. Here is the Peace Prize, but we want how many Americans, so we want it to intersect with the Americans set. So it looks like their intersection of the two is 26 and plus 1, 27. Then how many Nobel Prize winners were there during this period? So during this period here, and Nobel Prize winners, so kind of a total. It's not specific to a discipline or even to this period that was mentioned there. So it looks like everybody, right? So you have the bigger set with 355, and now we just need to put everybody in. We have a 249. You have a 69. You have a 1. You have a 26. We didn't use 101 yet. And let's just put, this one, this intersection is just kind of explicitly mentions there. It's 0, so let's just put it there just to show that if you had a number there like 5, you'd put 5. And what's left is 99. And we put these together as 900. All right. So take your time, and of course you'll understand also the complement, the intersection, the union, what's not in A, the complement, everything here can be explained and see visually. As far as 5.4 is a multiplication principle, it helps in counting. Suppose that a task is composed with 2 consecutive choices, so that's the idea here, the principle here. You have to have 2 consecutive choices. If choice 1 can be performed in m ways, and of course the example will make it simple to understand. For each of these, choice 2 can be done in n ways, then complete the task that can be performed. It will be a multiplication of these 2 ways, right? Let's just go to the example because that'll make it easy to understand. An airline passenger must fly from New York to Frankfurt via London. So here, and let's just say Frankfurt there. All right. So that's the goal, of course, is to get to Frankfurt to London, but let's see, there are 8 flights leaving from New York to London. So here there are 8 flights, so M is N. And there are 19 flights going from London to Frankfurt, right? So here there is no this direct flight, but just I was just showing what's the purpose there. As you see, in how many different ways can the passenger book reservations, right? So the passenger would be probably interested in cheaper reservation, or unless must travel in certain times, then the time constraint takes, over the cost or something. But what are the options? How many different ways? Well, here it's M times N, which is 8 times 19, right? And this can also be generalized, of course, if you have multiple steps, like you have 3 choices, 3 consecutive choices. Okay, so we'll finish this one here, and thank you. Once you work on this, you'll see more.